let's do a little more on Facebook, because obviously you've written about them and you were there at the beginning. In fact, Roger, I love the note about you talking Mark into not selling out to our parent company, Yahoo, in 2006. I mean, you were there for so many of these things. A recent interlude, of course, is Sheryl Sandberg leaving the company. And I know you've been critical about her. You also said you are also impressed by her. Is this a net positive or a net negative for the company?
I am concerned about it in several different dimensions. The first is that I don't understand why either Mark Zuckerberg or Sheryl Sandberg is better off with Sheryl leaving. Now, her staying on the board may be enough to keep the prisoner's dilemma that they were in going. But Facebook as a company has gone across a lot of lines. Some of them are lines that give rise to felony issues. Specifically, I would point to there's a lawsuit in Delaware from a bunch of large pension plans about Facebook failing to properly disclose what it knew about Cambridge Analytica when that scandal broke. And as part of that, they also accused the management team of trading on inside information. The scale of that is, I think, 2 orders of magnitude bigger than the largest insider trading case in history. I think Zuck alone sold like $10 billion worth of stock, and he basically hadn't sold anything before that. So, it's kind of cut and dried. And the SEC hasn't done anything with it yet, but that threat is out there. And there is a case that was brought by the Attorney General of Texas and joined by, I think, 10 other states that alleges a price-fixing scheme in digital advertising between Google and Facebook. And there's apparently a ton of evidence, including emails going back and forth, including emails from Sheryl. And again, I haven't seen any of that stuff, but that is what is alleged. And it has been described to me by people in the highest ranks of the antitrust establishment, people who have been Republicans and Democrats in government working in antitrust. It's one of the cleanest price-fixing cases in history. And price-fixing is 3.5 years in prison for each count, and there are 2 counts here. And that's a normal sentence. And so if I'm looking at things from Sheryl and Mark's point of view, their big defense was staying together, deny everything, delay everything, stay really close. When Facebook is suggesting it's going to investigate Sheryl for improper use of corporate assets, that doesn't strike me as having a happy ending for either one of them. And Sheryl's an incredibly capable person. And what she did at Google, what she did at Facebook, created extraordinary shareholder value at both companies. Now, I think, from my perspective, Facebook overshot by a lot, and they forgot that it's important for companies not to hurt the people who use their product, and it's important not to destroy the politics or the public health of the countries in which you operate. And Facebook just, they were so laser focused on their goal that they allowed their product to be used to undermine democracy, public health, the human right to self-determination, and innovation in the economy. They did all those things. And the government hasn't chosen to do anything about it. And we don't know. But along the way, they've also done some things that create felony risk. And for Sheryl and Mark, that's a big thing. And to the extent that they're fighting with each other, the probability of something happening there, I think, goes way up. Because from Sheryl's perspective, if Mark's going to attack her, her correct call is to become a whistleblower.